What's up, everyone? Sean Count Blagrith. Just got out of the shower, home alone, bored, figured I'd do a video. I'm in my living room, just figured I'd do one out here because I don't really feel like setting up everything in my room, the tripod and everything. So I have this setting on in an old candle, actually. I figure I'd make this video. It's album recommendations. It's ranging in genres from stuff that's not even metal, one album actually, to mostly black metal, one grindcore release, and a death grind release. And I'm just going to get started with an album that everyone should have for the fall, especially when it starts to turn winter, which is coming up soon here in the north at least. Agalloch. And this is the album The Mantle. Wow. This is a majestic album. There's nothing bad about this. This is black metal, this is folk music, this is dark metal, this is beautiful. This is a 10 out of 10. I've actually done a review of it. It's an audio review. My opinion hasn't changed. If anything, it's grown stronger. There's just so much amazing stuff contained on this CD. Can't recommend it enough. Definitely buy this. Next is an underrated Swedish black metal band that not really many people know about, shockingly enough. They're signed to Metal Blade, and when I bought this in 2010 when it came out, I was floored by it, and I'm still blown away every time I hear it. And since winter's coming, this is a great album. I'm talking about Istapp with their album Blekinge. Not exactly sure how you say the name of it, but this album is just beautiful. It's melodic black metal, it's got some folk influence, it's just filled with catchy hooks and melodies and just amazingly powerful, clean vocals. Anyone who hears the cleans just falls in love with it. And I've gotten many people into this band, and I hope I can get some of you into them. Next, I got a couple tapes from this one band from Brazil called Evil. I'm going to recommend a starting place for people that have never really listened to them, and if you want to try them out for a good price, which is like $5 you can get this tape for, is they're split with the other Brazilian band Thallium, and it's called Of Winter Woods. Just an amazing piece of Brazilian raw black metal. Very nice tape, actually. I was impressed when I saw that. And a nice printed inlay card. Really good stuff. If you like black metal that's raw and just drenched in atmosphere, this is for you. I would say that this is probably one of the best examples of Evil. Both songs are available on full lengths from the band. The two songs from Evil are available on their album Hammerstorm, and the song from Thallium is on their debut, I believe, and it's very good. I recommend you check this out. Rather amateur sounding stuff, but I don't know, there's just something about the charm of it that I love. And speaking of charm, if you've already listened to Evil and you just want to buy something from them, I recommend you pick this up first. Then, besides that tape, would be Hate Spirit, their debut. This is a very, very good album. This is the Combat Records version of the tape. Just a home dub tape with a single-sided card. Very good stuff. Extremely raw. This is probably one of the rawest black metal releases I've heard since Moonblood. Just some extremely fast-paced, very hateful sounding, very cold sounding, good old-fashioned black metal done the way it should be. Very good. Now, time for some Goregrind. This is a compilation put out from Relapse Records. I really want to get the 7-inch series, but they're extremely hard to come by, so I probably will never ever get it. And this is the Slimewave Goregrind series compilation. Some very, very good stuff. Bands on here include Anti-Gamma, Bathtub Shitter, Crippled Bastards, Inhume, Japan Chic, Chemorphosis. I know I butchered that. I have no idea what that name is. Machazo, Mamakill, Rot, Sublime, Cadaveric, Decomposition, Throat Plunger, Total Fucking Destruction, and Triple X Maniac. 44 songs, clocking in at around an hour long. This is some sickening stuff. Very, very good. You can get this for pretty cheap too. I bought this for I think $4 or $5 off of the Relapse website. Definitely buy this. Really good stuff. I can't recommend it enough, especially if you want to get into Goregrind. Next I have some more black metal. Actually, yeah, I'll do some black metal now, then I'll get to something else. This is a Canadian band, and they're called Evil Wrath, and this is their second album called Chaotical Invasion. This was put out on Northern Horde Records, rest in peace. I can't say their distro was that great because when I ordered, fun story about this album actually, I can't really complain because I ended up getting this for free. I ordered a lot of stuff from their distro when they were going out of business because they were selling all their CDs for $2 a piece, and I ordered a bunch of stuff and it never came. And I filed a complaint with PayPal and they refunded my money. Well, 3 months later, I checked my mailbox, and lo and behold, I have 6 CDs from them from my first order, and this is one of them. Basically, with this album, expect no more and expect nothing less than pure, raw, traditional black fucking metal. And if that's what you want, this is for you. It's not extremely raw, it's not extremely bastille, I guess is the word. It looks like a war metal album, but it's not. It's done in under a Funeral Moon style, Darkthrone sort of stuff. I can't recommend this enough. Great, great stuff. Next is another Canadian band. They play, once again, raw black metal. One of my personal favorite releases from the Canadian black metal scene is Delerium Tremens by Snowfall. This is amazing, amazing stuff. Drug and alcohol-fueled black metal, once again on Northern Horde Records. Great, great stuff. The vocals are something that are either very hit or very miss for people. I would have to say a lot of people won't like the vocals because they're very strange vocals. That's the only way I can really describe them. They sound very hateful, they sound very angry, filled with despair, and I really like that, but if you're not into that, you're not going to dig that at all. But still great stuff nonetheless. I got a Russian black metal release here. It's a mix of black metal and folk metal, and it's Temnozor with their album Horizons. Amazing stuff out on Stellar Winter Productions. If you're into folk metal and if you're into black metal, this tape is definitely for you. Just very infectiously catchy melodies, but nothing that sounds too happy and over the top, kind of like Korpikolani. I love that stuff, but that's not what this is. This has a lot of sorrow behind it, actually, and I really, really love this tape. Sadly, I can't listen to my tapes because my current tape player is broke, so that sucks, but shit happens. Next is a vinyl of a non-metal album, and this is probably my favorite non-metal record of all time. It's the self-titled Fever Ray album. Amazing, amazing album from beginning to end. Just some very dark, mysterious, kind of pop music, kind of ambient sort of stuff. Very interesting. Every single song on this album is amazing. If I Had a Heart, 7, Triangle Walks, Concrete Walls, I'm Not Done, Keep the Streets Empty for Me, Coconut, just so many songs on here. This is a perfect album. Can't recommend this enough. It's a great album to listen to at night. I recommend you buy this, definitely. There's a 3 CD version that includes a bunch of remixes and a bonus DVD and stuff. It's pretty cool. Next I have some black metal from the Ukraine. First I'm going to start off with their demo, Lunar Poetry. This is a glorious, glorious album. Probably one of my favorite black metal demos of all time. Just some amazing stuff from beginning to end, just drenched in atmosphere, filled with emotion. Just some of the most amazing music I have ever heard in my life is contained on this. Just so much I can say about it. I could ramble about this forever, from the riffs to the majestic keyboards to the sorrow-filled vocals. There's amazing stuff on here. Just, I can't even put it into words how great this is. Includes a cover of Sorrows of the Moon from Celtic Frost, which is amazing. I have the A5 Digipack, which is limited to 1,000 copies on No Colors Records. If you can find this, definitely buy it. Buy any version of this you can, because it's amazing. Amazing stuff. Next is another album from Nocturnal Mortum, and this is their latest album, I believe, called The Voice of Steel. Just some very interesting folk black metal that's tinged with psychedelic and progressive song structures. It's an amazing, amazing album, and it's a great release. This vinyl, this is put out on, not No Colors, Osmos Productions. Great, great album. I love the glossiness of this cover. Just very thick inserts, extremely thick vinyl. Great sounding. Just overall one of the best black metal releases I've heard in a very, very long time. I'm very glad I bought this, and I recommend everyone to check this album out. Give it at least one shot. I guarantee you will find something to love about this, even if you're not a black metal fan. Guarantee it. So definitely look into this one. There's a CD version that's relatively common, and the vinyl, I'm not too sure how common it is anymore. I know they sold pretty fast in the orange color. I have the black vinyl. I'm not exactly sure how quickly those have sold, or even if there's any left. There probably is maybe a couple copies left at Hell's Headbangers. I recommend buying this. Just amazing stuff. Next I have some grindcore. I have a 10-inch vinyl here of Clinging to the Trees of a Forest Fire and their Visceral EP. Wow. This is the heaviest grindcore you will ever hear in your entire life. This album is just crushing from beginning to end. Everything about this is just brutal. And 1 second. It's a phone, I don't care about that call. Just some amazingly heavy and brutal stuff. There's 5 tracks on here. From start to finish, it's just a non-stop punch in the face. It's a non-stop assault on your senses. If it's not kicking you in the dick with just how fast and in your face and intense this album is, it's prolapsing your anus from the heaviness of this. And I'm not exaggerating. This is probably the heaviest grindcore I've ever heard in my life. If you're looking for something that's more than just blast beats and kind of breakdowns, but not really in like the hardcore punk sort of way when it comes to most grindcore, look into this. This has like Funeral Doom influence. It's just ridiculously crushing. Can't get enough of this. Everyone needs to own this. I get this question a lot, actually, and that is, what Darkthrone album should I buy? What one should I start off with? What is your favorite? You can't go wrong with any Darkthrone, in my opinion. Even their worst albums are awesome. I mean, I'm a big Darkthrone fan. I love everything they've done, and you can't really go wrong with anything. But if I had to pick one, it'd be Panzerfaust. Panzerfaust is just a whole nother level of black metal, and as the back says, true Norwegian black metal. This is just some really, really atmospheric stuff, heavily influenced by Celtic Frost, their older material, like off of Morbid Tales into Megatherium. Some of my favorite songs on here are the more Celtic Frost influence, like the Hordes of Nebula and Quintessence. Quintessence, in my opinion, is one of the best songs to ever come out of the Norwegian black metal scene. So check that song out. Just some very powerful, savage vocals. This is a reissue on Peaceful Records with a nice printed inner sleeve and a bunch of stuff from Fenris, full lyrics. Very good stuff, limited to 2,000 copies. If you can find this, definitely buy it. It's roughly 20 some odd dollars. I think it was like 21 bucks. I got this for Christmas, but very, very good stuff. Can't recommend this enough to anybody wanting to get into Darkthrone. Now it's time for a black metal release that's not truly black metal in its purest sense. I'm talking about October Falls, A Collapse of Faith. This is just amazing stuff. This is a mix of like folk music, maybe post-rock sort of stuff, maybe a little bit of a tinge of doom here and there, but this is just an amazing, amazing album. Just filled with atmosphere. It's perfect for fall. I love listening to this album, and it's an album you can really listen to anytime. Doesn't matter if it's night or day. It's better to listen to this at night or on a gloomy day, but it's just so good, and this cover is a perfect representation of what the music is like. Just feels like you're out in the middle of the woods and you come to a lake and you're just resting. It's beautiful. It's one big-ass song broke up into 3 parts, and it has all the lyrics written on the back. Great stuff. You could find the CD pretty much anywhere. I mean, I've seen it in FYE once. I've seen this on Hell's Headbangers many times. I like vinyl, so I bought the vinyl. Definitely an album that everyone needs to check out. Great stuff from Finland. Now for the final 3 things I'm going to show, it's of a Canadian band that is a Quebec nationalist band. When I say nationalist, I don't mean National Socialist. They're just not thrilled that Quebec is part of Canada. They want it to be its own country, but that's besides the point. This is probably one of my favorite black metal bands of all time, and they're slowly becoming one of my favorite bands of all time. And that is Forteresse, and this is their debut. I don't speak French, so I have no idea what it is. It's out on Sepulchral Productions, I believe is how you say the name of the label. This album is done in a raw, traditional black metal sort of way. Very good. There's some samples from traditional Quebec folk music, fiddle, on 3 songs. It starts it off, and then it's just a straight punch in the face of traditional black metal. But they do it in a way where it comes across as something new and refreshing in a weird sort of way. I think it's because they kind of layered the guitars in such a way where you have the regular, more middle-of-the-road sounding guitar, and then you have an extremely high pitch, which kind of makes it almost like a blizzard. Very good stuff. Next is their second album, which I can't say the name of, and I don't know if you guys can read the name of that, but yeah, I don't know what that says, but one of my favorite albums of all time is this. The album cover is a great representation of what the music is like, and so is the artwork contained on the inside. Just some very cold, traditional black metal, but with some ambient here and there scattered throughout. And for me, that makes the album very enjoyable, and it doesn't get tiresome at all. A lot of the riffs kind of blend together, but there's a comfort and consistency, and this album is very consistent all the way through. great stuff. Definitely check that out. And for the final thing, it's a split from Forteresse and Brume de Automine. And this is their split. Very good. Once again, out in Sepulchral Productions. This is out of 500. There is, or out of 300. I can't remember exactly how many. I think 500. Yeah, 200 on this color, which is Quebec blue. 200 on Arctic white, and 100 on Snowfall upon Quebec, which is blue with white splatter. This is a glorious, just amazing piece of black metal. The Brume de Automine side is very folk influenced, lots of like fiddle and that sort of stuff. And the Forteresse side is just kind of picking up where this album left off. Just some great ambient black metal. Both sides are amazing. I listen to this 7-inch probably once a week. It's just that damn good. And in the fall and winter, it's just perfect. But those are my album recommendations. I hope you guys check them out. I will leave the names of the stuff in the description. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I rambled for quite a while. It's going on to 22 minutes, so I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And as always, keep it metal.